Hello, everybody again, and this is Saber Milkman yet again with another review. Some of my videos have been garnering attention. A lot of people don't really care for them too much, but that's awesome. It means that people are watching them and giving them thumbs down. So if you don't like this video already, give it the fucking thumbs down. I fucking love it. I am nothing if not open to criticism. So without further ado, big hot topic nowadays is the Corinth. It's the new 10 shotgun. Features two firing modes. One's a standard buckshot with an extremely tight spread, as you can see right there. The other one is a little more complicated. It is an underbarrel grenade launcher with a range of 20 meters. But alas, if you hit a target or any sort of obstacle, then that blast is just gonna bye-bye. It's just gonna turn into a complete dud. So this is a mastery rank 10 weapon, and for good reason, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would not be comfortable using both firing modes equally, as maybe you should consider using it. So as far as a build, let's take a look at what I'm running right now, and I think this is probably the best one. I'm using point blank, not prime, so there are no prime mods in this, first of all. Point blank Hunter's Munitions, which is an almost absolute requirement for this weapon. Even though most of the damage is in puncture, having that slash proc and having that extra damage just helps it along so much. Hell's Chamber for multi-shot, Vigilant Armaments for more multi-shot, Shell Shock and Blaze for extra damage and radiation damage. I'll explain why radiation damage in a bit. Ravage for critical damage, and Blunderbuss for more critical chance. This is a crit-based shotgun, and with the build that I have going on over here, I've got the critical multiplier up to 4.5 times with a 57% critical chance. That's pretty good. Anyways, moving along. Why this gun is so great? It's really because of its two firing modes. Whereas a weapon like the Tigris Prime, without punch through, is just going to be great for one or a couple of. Well, Tigris Prime has a bit of a wider hitbox, so maybe you can get more crowd control out of it that way. Having that secondary firing mode really does an incredible job for the Corinth. And why I'm using radiation damage? Well, gas damage is great for a little extra damage, but if you're going to be using this secondary firing mode, which has vastly higher status chance, actually at this point it's a 81.1% status chance, so it's 81.1% chance to inflict a status of some kind, albeit with a very low critical chance. That's a great way of just sort of getting enemies to attack each other. The gas procs don't really do too much damage against enemies. Although, you know, if you're up against infested units, go gas. It's awesome. But for most units, Corpus, Rainier, having that reduced accuracy and having that ability for them to just start attacking each other, for me and my playstyle, I just prefer it that way. Now, does this thing do damage? Hell yes. And here's how I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to use the Corrupted Heavy Gunner, and we're going to make him level 95. Alright. And you could go Corrosive and Heat, but believe it or not, there's a 0.4 difference between Corrosive and Heat. So I just use Vigilant Armaments for more multi-shot. And that seems to work better. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 4 shots. 3 if I let him just die out from the slash procs. I've already done this test like a million times before, so this will be quick. Let's change that out to a bombard, where this is really going to do very well. Which is another reason I like radiation damage over corrosive damage, is that these really heavily armored units that usually take a long ass time to take down, they go down just as quick as lesser armored, like heavy gunners. Yeah, I know that's weird to say, but if you've ever done higher level missions with 95 enemies up, you know what I mean. 1. bombards die in one shot if you let them just bleed out. Now, again, why radiation damage? Well, if you haven't noticed already, I'm not turning on invincibility. That's because I'm playing Ash. Now, if we put on 20 heavy gunners, for example, and now I want to survive without turning on invincibility. Here's a simulation of a real mission right there. I hit them all, get them all hit with radiation damage. Start attacking. Okay. Let him die. And he's gonna die. So without prime mods, it's gonna take a second for them to all like die out and stuff. But otherwise, you get the picture. You get the picture. In a real mission scenario, I could just sort of do that and let them attack each other while I shoot them continuously. And then if I feel like it, like which I do right now, I'll just sort of end them with blade sword. Alright. Again, I'm not using any invincibility or anything like that. And Ash also kind of does a double thing on this, because when he does slash damage, obviously the slash is going to last longer and deal more damage. So Ash is a great frame to pick for this scenario. And I can just hit them over and over again. Keep applying that radiation status. And that'll allow me to just focus one-on-one. Now this is if I was going against all, like a room of heavy gunners, which never happens in the real world. You're never up against an entire room full of heavy gunners. But this shows you just how you can sort of survive and stuff, or even if you're using Mesa or one of those frames that you would be taking into the higher level missions anyway. It's just a better idea to go radiation, in my opinion, than it is to go corrosive. This would probably go better with Mesa, believe it or not, because I would have corrosive projection on. Take that off, put it on. And let me just reduce that number to 10 just to give you a really good idea, and then we'll end this video just with that. Let's turn it into 10 corrupt heavy gunners, just to make it quicker. Okay. Now 10 I could actually see happening maybe once or twice. 10 heavy gunners in the same room, I could see that. So start off by proccing the blast and radiation. You can use ballistic battery, charges in one shot. Boom. And boom. Alright. And now they're attacking each other, you can just do this. You can stack corrosives on them. And the difference between Ash and Mesa right now is on Mesa I have corrosive projection on right now. That's really the big difference above all else. Right? So here, move ballistic battery. Right. So, I mean, whichever way you choose to do it, you can do it. I went with Vigilant Armaments. I mean, you could easily go with 3 dual stat mods on your shotgun, turn it into corrosive and heat damage, which is the most popular way to go. I like radiation for the crowd control more than I like corrosive for the armor reduction. But that, again, that's just me, and I'm subject to swap that out anyway. Yeah. So yeah, basically that would conclude my video. You know what? Let me do one more test just to show you what happens if I in fact do swap out Vigilant Armaments for Toxic Barrage, which is actually going to deal less damage. I've done the math for this already. it's actually going to deal less damage overall. It's going to do more damage against heavy gunners because it's corrosive, but yeah, you get the picture. And again, in a real life scenario, you're dealing with multiple different types of enemies with multiple different armor types. Now you see how they're still attacking me? They're not attacking each other. They have no reduced accuracy. So at the price of more damage, which I'm not going to deny, of course I have more. Of course I'm dealing more damage. But at the cost of that crowd control, which is sort of really a really nice feature of the Corinth, at the cost of crowd control for just a little bit more damage that I could be dealing otherwise. Let me just kill them right now. They're not dying. Why are they not dying? Now they're dying. Okay. Clear. So yeah, there's my video in the Corinth. Is it a great shotgun? Absolutely. You should absolutely get it. If you don't have it, the blueprint's available in the marketplace, and yeah, get one. Alright guys, this was meant to be a quick video, so I'm signing off right now. Saver Milkman out. I'll see you in the next one.